Okay, how do you pronounce your last name? Sokolovic. Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Good
My
evening.
name is Joseph Sokolovic. My son, Jovan, is a third grade Bridgeport Public School student at Park City Magnet School of Science and Technology. I am here today to discuss this year's inadequate school funding scheme and the disparate hardship it will cause that will follow our children, not only through their academic tenure, but throughout their lives. According to a 2015 U.S. News and World Report that states African Americans and Latinos make up 29% of the total workforce, only about half, or 15%, are represented in the well-paying STEM fields. This is a direct result of the inadequate education received by our country's minority populations that are concentrated in underfunded urban areas. Our children in Bridgeport have suffered from chronic underfunding for years. Last year's cuts to our school system were particularly devastating and have long-term consequences. For the 2016-17 school year, the budget shortfall has caused the Bridgeport Board of Education to make some hard choices. They had no choice but to cut paraprofessional staff members in all our kindergarten classrooms. This is especially problematic to Bridgeport students due to the fact that many families cannot afford preschool. This means that many kindergarten students are away from home for the very first time. Imagine a classroom with 24 5-year-olds. Now imagine for a moment being the teacher in this classroom. Imagine being solely responsible for tying shoes, drying tears, dealing with discipline and homesickness. Now imagine dealing with all these issues along with trying to teach a curriculum. This has had a negative impact that has ruined a whole generation's introduction to public school. The lost instructional time is gone forever. The lasting consequences will not only resonate through our children's education, but throughout their entire lives. With inadequate education funding of our urban public schools, our children, the most vulnerable and underrepresented people in our society, will continue to endure the vicious cycle of poverty. So ask the legislature to please consider rejecting and rewriting this misleading budget that gives with one hand yet takes away with another. The budget should be clear and easy to understand with guaranteed adequate funding sources so that our boards of education can prepare one budget rather than having to create multiple versions every 2 years to account for the differing of scenarios from Hartford. Our children are our future, and when they suffer, we suffer as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony, and we felt the same way because we didn't understand which way was up and which way was down. So you feel our pain. Thank you. Joe Reardon?